And welcome back. Alright. I would never have guessed such a solution could exist.
So, you believe me now? I was telling the truth. The real culprit must still be on the loose, going around stealing stuff in broad daylight.
Men, looks like we've no other choice. Let him go. Better head back to the crime scene and go over it again with a fine-tooth comb.
Yes, Captain.
Well, I'm glad we were able to sort out that misunderstanding.
I don't know who you two are, but you're a bit too sharp to be some regular townsfolk.
Not at all. We're nothing so special. Just a couple of regular English gentlemen.
English, eh? What is that, your title? Well, whatever it may be, it's not normal to be summoned directly by the storyteller himself. It would appear you are indeed something special. The storyteller is in the audience room. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. As for the audience room, it's in the building at the top of those stairs.
That building up there. Just as we thought. Thank you.
Just mind your manners when in the presence of the storyteller, you hear me? If I hear any sign of trouble, you'll regret it.
We'll be on our best behavior, so please keep your hand off your sword. You're scaring me.
It just is to show how highly the knights regard the storyteller. Now then, let's move on, Luke.
Right, let's go, Professor.
Hierarchy is good, Luke. Remember that. That's what it means to be a pair of English gentlemen. You must respect hierarchy, no matter what form it takes. Professor, lay it on me, bruh. So true.
The storyteller should be in here, right? I'm starting to feel a little nervous. This area's totally deserted. All I can hear is the wind.
It looks as if not even the knights are allowed to come up here.
He really is treated almost like a god. I wonder what someone like that wants to talk to us about.
If you
think it's
had...
the misogyny?
What? Sorry?
Do you think it's a misogyny?
I think he's quite adept at misogyny already. I don't think he needs our tips on it. But of course we'd be happy to give them. Always happy to help another misogynist.
Jesus Christ.
I don't see the issue.
What were you gonna ask?
If you were to make a place where... Oh, see? What if once you're in you can't get out? It doesn't seem to be a trap. $100 ink coins. If you had a whole place that you... Oh, that's for sure where the hidden puzzle is.
What is the tower in the background?
We will get to that. That's the hidden puzzle. First thing, though. You make a whole town where you are in charge of it. It's like a fantasy town, okay? Is this the house you're making for yourself?
No.
Well, yeah, me neither. This is a ugly-ass house. Like,
also, like...
Yeah.
It's... Yeah, go on.
Listen, I like Victorian houses. I do truly like them. I think they're a fun style. This is uggo. It's got too much going on in different vibes. It's like two different buildings cut, you know? Like, there's like this bottom portion, right? Which is like one building, and then you've got like another portion here, which feels like another building. No consistent architectural style. Which, in fairness, is very much this place, but like... Anyway, let's do this. Oh, okay. I can make out the outline of a tall building in the fog. This could be the tower the knight spoke of. Okay, but let's find the hidden puzzle, because there's a hidden puzzle here. Much more important than
Okay.
anything else.
Got it. You think it's like the left parapet?
There, yeah. What's this?
What is it, Professor?
Have a look at this, Luke. There's a puzzle concealed here. In a situation like this, perhaps solving a puzzle might help to relieve stress.
I think you're right, Professor. All out of... I'm not even gonna make that joke.
I want to know what joke you were gonna make, though.
No,
Now you have to say it.
I don't.
I tried to peer pressure you into it. Didn't work. Ugh,
I'm immune.
peer pressure just doesn't work as
Kids
much
these
as it
days,
should.
right?
This is my fidget puzzles for anxiety. For real. Just real. Honestly, give these motherfuckers some fidget toys. I think we could solve this whole thing. Ghastly figures now haunt the interior of this mysterious mansion, and I have been tasked with ridding its halls of their ilk. I am to succeed in my mission. I must light all of the candles to vanquish these fiends. However, this room seems to rotate. Use this to your advantage and rotate the room so that I might reach the candles. Note, the candles will light up or extinguish each time the night passes by. Okay.
Okay.
So I need to fall past them to light them or extinguish them. And I imagine I'm not supposed to touch the X's.
I think those are just boxes.
Are they, though? Let's see what happens.
So, sorry, I'm a little confused. Oh, I see, okay.
But then, how am I... Oh, I have to light all the
I
candles.
think, keep going. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the boxes are for standing on.
Yeah. Yeah, one more. I think you had to make sure all of those were off, because I think you have to, like, go one past them all, so that,
Okay, so should I restart?
no. Actually, I don't think you can get past the bottom one without it being off. And try using the solution to solve.
Interesting.
What if you just keep going?
Sorry?
Just keep turning it in one direction. No.
I don't know that that's gonna work because of the boxes.
Just forever. You just live here now. Yeah, no. You're gonna have to go the other way.
I'm trying to get to a spot where I can, like...
Yeah, you have to go all the way around.
Yeah, okay, I see. I see what you're saying.
So this is why I was like, you need all of those off so that when you go around, you can get them all on.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I see it.
Nope, wrong way. Fuck, I
Oops.
fucked myself.
Damn. Yeah. Which one are you trying to get to?
I think I'm seeing... I think I have an idea.
I see it. Yeah.
No, wrong way. Fuck. God damn it.
You can... Yeah, I think you have to go all the way back.
Oh, I can
No.
undo, can't I?
Can you?
There's an undo
Oh,
button,
well,
apparently.
I think you've gone too far now to undo.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna restart. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. I'm very bad at spatial awareness, So
If you're clicking the left side, imagine you're taking, like, you're pulling down the left side, and if you're clicking the right side, imagine you're pulling down the right side. Like, tip it towards you, left or right. Just ignore the, like, spinny arrows. That helps me, at least. I don't know if that helps.
yeah. I had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did have a plan.
I think you're good. Like, I think the stuff around the edges is gonna be last.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I see it. So then you go do. Yeah, you can do it. I see it.
Yeah, right?
Yes. No.
Oh.
Yeah, left 2 more times. There you go. Now, left, right. Like you have to go back now. You go down, and then just keep going left.
Yep.
And you got it.
Fuck your shit.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Well, damn. Okay.
That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
You don't have to be so aggro at that parapet, Professor.
I do, Luke. You see, I don't like the look of it, so I must be aggro.
Do you think Luke would play online video games with a microphone and swear at other kids? Oh, Professor, the door won't open.
I don't know. He absolutely plays Roblox, like 100%. Like, he's on Roblox. He's like...
I'm just imagining Luke playing, like, Overwatch or Call of Duty.
No, he's Roblox,
No?
Claire.
I just think it'd be very funny.
Kids don't play, like... His age is still, I think, Roblox.
Yeah, he's still too young. I mean, I think that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
Hello? Is anybody in there? No reply.
It appears there is no keyhole. This is no ordinary lock mechanism.
Inviting someone to visit you only to lock them out. That's a bit rude.
Just a moment, Luke. If you look closely, you'll see there's a puzzle built in there. I believe this may be a test, Luke. A test to determine whether we qualify for an audience with the storyteller or not.
That's a bit off, isn't it? But when it comes to puzzles, we'll be glad to oblige, won't we, Professor?
Indeed, my boy. Let's show our mettle.
Rock on, Professor.
I don't know what you're saying, Luke. You have panel numbers. Numbers range between 1 and 6. Touching the buttons on the touchscreen will increase and decrease the numbers. Range the numbers to read 3333. You think you could do it in only 4 turns?
Ooh.
Interesting.
Who the fuck is kiting the enemy? I need them. We need a DPS up front. Anyways, this is me imagining Luke playing some video game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where you have to kite enemies, I guess. Party on.
Okay. Tell me your theories, Claire.
Sorry. What are we doing? So
We
we have
wanna do this
4
in 4
moves
moves.
to make these 3. What are the actions? What do you do?
Well, I
Are
can
you just
click
like
these buttons.
changing the numbers?
I mean, here's something I can see immediately. I have to click
Oh,
this.
I see. I got it.
And I'm
And
gonna
so
need
now
to
you have
click it
3 more
again.
moves. Okay. I think you can't get it anymore.
Well, okay. I don't know how that would happen. Because
Like
There's
the
no
second
other-
one can only go to 2, or sorry, can only go to 2 or 4 now.
What do you mean?
Oh wait, sorry. I didn't realize that some of them have multiples. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
think the
Okay,
only
sorry.
that was those 2 inputs necessary, absolutely necessary. Because otherwise
okay.
the first one couldn't get to 3.
Well, let's see. If
Oh,
you
no,
click
that's
the
not true 'cause
bottommost
it rolls
one, you
over.
Get 6. Yeah. Oh,
I'm starting over. I want to
Yeah.
get this in 4. I think it's fun to try and get it in 4.
I thought that was the point. I thought we had to.
We don't have to, I don't think, but
Oh, okay.
it was more like a challenge.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we need to
But we can
add
also
these
do
up.
it. Hey, let me
Take
try
4
some.
of these. Okay.
Not quite.
Oh, I think you. Yeah, no. You had it.
Did I?
Oh wait.
No, I didn't. Okay,
'Cause
hang
then
on.
it's 3 and 1. Well. Okay.
Sorry. I'm crazy.
That's okay. You're doing the game. It's a DS game. Yeah, we're playing on the DS.
I could do this up.
And that's the Triforce. It's actually Legend of Zelda.
If I were to do.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
What?
Ah, the joy of solving
what?
puzzles.
I did it.
Good job.
What do you mean just hitting the buttons at random until you end up with the solution? Fuck off! I did it in 4! Yes, I had to restart a few times.
That should open the door.
Fuck you.
When
we
people
got
hear
voice acting.
the line,
It would seem that we have proven ourselves worthy.
Labyrinthia's creator is waiting for us inside.
The creator
make
of
sure-
this town.
What was that, Claire?
sorry, keep going.
I wonder what he intends to say. Are you all right, Luke? I imagine you must be a little nervous.
Who, me? Well, to be honest, I suppose I am. Just a little. But don't worry, Professor. I can do this. Let's go. Let's meet the Storyteller.
Very well. Muster your courage. We're going in.
Right you are, Professor.
I feel like voice lines usually leads up to a cutscene, so I think we might get a cutscene.
Yeah, something's about to happen.
Yeah, there we go. I'll kill him if I have to, Professor.
And thus the guests finally made their appearance. I bid you welcome to Labyrinthia, the town governed by stories. I've been waiting for you, Herschel Layton.
I believe I should say, it is an honor, Mr. Storyteller.
You're the creator of Labyrinthia. But why did you call the Professor here?
I have summoned you so that I may ask you why you are here.
I beg your pardon?
What are you talking about?
In writing the story, I provide everything, and in turn, take everything away. I give each person a story, and weave their intertwining webs of fate. However, it would appear that interlopers have found their way into the story. The two of you.
You mean to say that my presence here was not written in your story?
Precisely. And so I must ask you, exactly how did you find your way into this world?
In truth, we found ourselves here somewhat inadvertently. We were brought here by a book. A book called The Historia Labyrinthia. I am led to believe it was you who wrote that book. Surely you cannot deny it.
It would appear I have found it. The source of the corruption within my story.
Corruption?
In other words, you consider our presence to be a hindrance to your story. Is that correct?
Not only you. There was another man who tried to change the course of my story.
Ah,
You mean Carmina Accidenti?
Carmine. So, there is a connection between him and the two of you after all.
Oops.
Your presence here is, shall I say, a slight inconvenience. The story of Labyrinthia is about to take a turn towards its grand finale.
grand finale?
Indeed, a conclusion that requires a climax of epic proportions. The identity of the great witch Vizela is made public. She is tried in the court and finally destroyed. At last, peace will be restored to the town. The final scenario is close at hand.
The identity of the Great Witch? Do you mean...
I think we're in the last act.
Are we?
Grand finale. It's true that the townsfolk look at me in a different way. And the reason for that is because... God damn it, the plot interrupts me again. I fucking called it!
Yeah,
The
you called it.
Storyteller's daughter.
You're what? Espella?
You're the Storyteller's daughter? I didn't see that coming. When I first came down into the town, everyone was friendly. Perhaps they thought that if they got to know me, things would go well for them. That was the impression I had.
It does sound like the kind of thing people would probably do. But obviously not me. I wouldn't do anything like that.
No one accused you of anything, Maya. But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way people hoped they would.
Well, people should realize that good things don't come easy.
Then one day, someone just happened to bump into me in the town, and I was knocked over. Later that night, that same person was attacked by a witch and killed by her magic. I don't know whether it was just a coincidence or not, but after that, everyone's attitude towards me changed. They started saying things like, it's best to keep away from her, or you'll have a bad story written about you. All because I'm the Storyteller's daughter.
What's the storyteller thinking?
What do you mean?
Well, he has his daughter stuck in a place like this. And if he didn't write such a bad story, she wouldn't have to suffer like this.
You have a good point there, Maya. Anyway, the investigation has only just begun. Spella, if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask you a few more questions. Of course. I'd like to help in any way I can. I've got to gather as much information as I can.
I have many questions. I have so many questions.
I should ask Espella about, well, you only get, I think, 3 options maybe.
Probably.
2, not even. I'm sure you'll unlock a 3rd one.
Probably. I just want to know why your deadbeat dad does not care. You know? Like, she might have got
Deadbeat
burned as a
dad.
witch. Oh well.
Yeah. This might be difficult for you to answer, but why are you not living with the Storyteller? I mean, with your father. I did live with him before. We lived together at the edge of the town, in the Storyteller's Tower. Storyteller's Tower. When I was little, he was very kind, and I always listened to what I had to say, and always listened to what I had to say. But then, at some point or other, he started to become distant. If you think about it, I guess it's only natural. Because he had to write the story for every single person in the town.
Spella.
As he became busier and busier, I was left alone in the tower. And that's the reason I decided to leave home with Eve and live in the town. I stayed with Aunt Patty and helped out at the bakery. Now you two are at the shop too. But my dad... What's the deal with the storyteller? Can't believe he'd write a story where his own daughter is the Great Witch Bazella.
Maybe the professor will be able to find out the storyteller's true motives.
I don't know, Phoenix. Why don't you live with your dad?
Well, I would say I think if my dad like was a reality controlled reality, and like I left and he started like writing that everyone hates me, I would probably go back to him and be like, "What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah. And what about Patty? Does she know anything about your past? Have you ever told her that you're the storyteller's daughter? Yes, she knows. When the other people in town started avoiding me, Aunt Patty was the only one who stood by me that whole time.
Yeah, Patty's always looking out for you.
There's so much I have to thank her for. It's been 5 years since I left my dad and started living with Aunt Patty. She's always been so kind. She's been like a mother to me. Now that you mention it, what about your real mother, Espella? Actually, I can't remember anything about her. According to my dad, she died in an accident when I was still young.
The cat's her mom.
And that's really all I know. Do you think Darklaw's her mom?
No, the cat and Darklaw are different. I'm convinced.
Right, we did have the theory that Darklaw was the cat at
No,
one
I think
point,
Eve,
though.
the cat, is her mom.
I see. He didn't tell me any more than that.
I see.
I should ask Espella about the Great Witch Bazella. Who smelled like bread, the cat or Darklaw?
The mom. I don't think any of them smell like bread. I think Rally is making a joke about the idea that Patty is her mom.
Oh, okay. Espella, we believe in you. There's no way you can be the Great Witch Bazella.
That's right. That's why we'll find the real Great Witch.
The real Great Witch? But the Great Witch is only a character of legend. How could you possibly find her? Well, admittedly, at the moment, we have no real leads.
Actually, to be honest, we know next to nothing about Labyrinthia. We were supposed to have been living with you for 5 years now. That memory turned out to be completely phony.
Do you have any ideas at all, Spella? Anything that could give us a clue? I guess that's a lot to ask. All magic-related incidents are thoroughly investigated by the Knights of the Inquisition. And if there were any clues as to the whereabouts of the Great Witch, then I believe they would have found them. I guess you're right. As far as I know, there's not a single incident that has remained unsolved by the Inquisitors.
Wait a minute, that's not right.
What is it, Maya?
The part about there being no unsolved incidents left.
What?
Last night, me and Luke ran into High Inquisitor Darklaw.
Wait, what? You saw High Inquisitor Darklaw?
Yeah, she said she was investigating some kind of incident with magic. She said that it took place 3 months ago, I think. Apparently, it's the only incident that has remained unsolved.
Unsolved incident. Oh. Now that you mention it, I remember hearing rumors about such a case. The only magic incident in Labyrinthia to remain unsolved, huh? Spella, about that incident, could you tell us about it in more detail? I think
I'll
this
have
is
to ask you to stop right there, Defender. Visiting time is up. You're to leave immediately. No way, we just got to the good part.
Mr. Wright, Maya. I really don't know much about that incident. But perhaps you could try asking an Inquisitor about it. Okay, Espella. Thanks for the help.
Alright, we'll see you again real soon. Keep your spirits up, Espella.
Thank you. Take care, both of you. In my experience working in a bakery doesn't make you smell like bread, it makes you smell like alcohol.
Because of all the ferments.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, Maya. You're both doing so much for me. I wonder if there's anything I could do for both of them in return. The Great Witch Bazella. Until now, I hadn't given it much thought. Great Witch. The legendary fire. Flames. Inferno. Oh my. What is this? My head hurts.
Whoa.
I think she's Bazella.
She might be.
No! What was that? That inferno? Were these things my memories?
Could also just be a red herring. This town's one and only unsolved incident of magic.
I'm sure she said something about an alchemist who lost their life to a witch.
An alchemist was attacked? That sounds like a serious case. You got that from High Inquisitor Darklaw, right?
That's right, when I was searching for Eve last night. I meant to tell you about it, but it totally slipped my mind.
The only unsolved incident, huh? That's suspicious, alright. This might just be the lead that will take us to the Great Witch.
Okay, let's get to investigating. We can do this thing.
Yeah, so, I guess first we should check out the Inquisitor's Hall, right? We might just learn something there.
Sure, let's get going.
On the other hand, we may just learn how unwelcome we are there.
Hey, come on, Nick. Enough with that wishy-washy attitude.
I didn't even say anything.
Stop with the
Yeah, but we all know
thinking.
Maya
No
can
one
read his
hear
mind.
you. Hmm?
Yeah, so often in the... God, she's... Yeah, anyways. My fave sarcasm was getting to the bottom of one of those big containers, like a garbage bin, you could fit a person into, and you're basically upside down in the container, and you crack the seal on the air pocket at the bottom and get a face full of Fermonti gas.
Yeah, that seems rough.
Naming a character from Fermonti would be very funny.
Oh, this fucking sourdough baker named Fermonte Gas. It's about as good as Carmine Accidenti.
So brilliant, you're saying.
So true. Woof, ruff, ruff, ruff.
Wait a minute. That aggressive bark. Please tell me that isn't...
Constantine, the hero. Ah, it's Constantine. He looks happy to see us.
Wish I could say the feeling was mutual. Once bitten, twice shy. That pretty much sums me up right now.
Really? I don't know. I think he's looking much friendlier today, if you ask me. See? Come on, Nick. Pet him just once.
Ah! This mutt really, really hates me.
Well, well, if it isn't Sir Blue Knight. Exactly what are you doing over there on all fours?
Fatality.
Oh, Inquisitor Barnum. I'm glad to see you again. Actually, there's something we'd like to ask you about. Come on, Nick. Stand up already. You're pathetic.
I'd like to meet that mutt's owner face to face.
How foolish. Constantine happens to be mine, and a true knight's companion he is. He needn't waste time sinking his teeth into the likes of you.
I had a hunch. So Constantine really is your dog, huh? I admit, gotta admire the nerve of this guy. Just sits back and lets his dog bite people, or I mean, me.
What is it that you want to talk about? Just make it quick, Sir Blue Knight.
So, you Inquisitors are the ones who investigate incidents of magic in this town, aren't you?
Yes, of course.
If you don't mind, we'd like to ask you about that unsolved incident with magic.
There's one thing you must never forget. The Knights of the Inquisition excel at their work.
Right.
Do you have eye wash stations and bakeries? That makes total sense, because yeah, flour, I guess, that's
You
fascinating.
can't touch your face, right?
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about, like, how bakeries are not treated as, like, as, like, dangerous spaces, despite the fact that they have all of the things that would make them dangerous. Thinking about it because I saw a video where someone was making pretzels, and they mentioned that if you make pretzels with lye, you, like, have to wear gloves and stuff. Which is, like, the traditional way to make pretzels or whatever. And I guess, I was just thinking about that. It's interesting. It's like chemical and heat and fermenting, obviously, creates all sorts of things. Interesting.
All incidents of magic perpetrated by the witches are dealt with by the Inquisitors, without exception.
Spoken with that usual calm and collected air of confidence. That's interesting. You see, we heard different. Apparently, there's one particular incident that still remains unsolved.
Something about an alchemist being murdered? Ring any bells?
What? Who did you get that information from?
Well, High Inquisitor Darklaw.
Well, why the blazes didn't you say so? You could have saved us some time.
How is it my fault?
The High Inquisitor has put me on the spot by leaking such information to the likes of you. Well, I suppose that leaves nothing for it. I shall tell you the whole story, since I do not believe in doing things by halves.
Please, go ahead. We're all ears.
It was 3 months ago that an alchemist living near the town square was murdered.
Sorry, Inquisitor Barnum, but I'm kind of lost already. Is there a difference between alchemy and magic?
When it comes to something that difficult, it will do no good asking me.
Huh?
It seems that while the townspeople respected him, they also treated him with caution.
They respected him?
He used his skills to make medical concoctions and acted much like a physician. The efficacy of his cures was almost like magic. He was famous within his neighborhood. In fact, he was sometimes referred to as Dr. Belduc by the townspeople. At any rate, it's safe to say that Sir Belduc was no witch.
How can you say for sure?
That's simple. Sir Belduc was a man.
Well, I can't really argue with that. I also am a misogynist.
No, not Phoenix!
Late at night, me and Layton, we have a lot of things to talk about.
Sir Belduc came to a mysterious end 3 months ago.
A mysterious end.
There were 2 things about his death that cannot be explained rationally. Firstly, the murder scene. His body was discovered in his residence in his study. His room was locked. There was no conceivable way the crime could have been committed except by witchcraft.
Isn't that what people call a locked room mystery?
A what?
Oh, it's nothing, really. So, what was the other mysterious thing?
Secondly, until then, all incidents involving witches had been foretold in the story.
Told in the story. In other words, predicted by the storyteller.
However, the murder of Sir Belduke did not appear in the story. Such a thing had never occurred before.
So not only was this the only unsolved incident in Labyrinthia's history, but it was also the only incident not to be predicted by the storyteller. This definitely sounds worth investigating.
You certainly are an interesting one, Sir Blue Knight.
Huh?
You really think you can solve this incident alone, when the Knights of the Inquisition have been working on it for 3 months? I must say that is some confidence.
We won't know unless we try.
You may risk becoming the target of some terrifying witch's vengeance.
I'm hoping that was a joke.
Well, I suppose you may as well something or other, because I accidentally clicked the button too quickly. Sir Belduke's residence is just beyond the town square. Ask anyone around there, they'll soon point you in the right direction.
Thank you, Inquisitor Barnham.
Sir Blue Knight, I believe our courtroom battles are far from over. Until we meet again in court.
I'm already taken, but thanks. I'll see you then, Inquisitor.
You can't have a side piece?
Layton's already the side piece. Calm down, Inquisitor.
You can't have another one? Come on, you're on vacation in Labyrinthia, eh?
I too get kidnapped to be forced to take vacations.
Obviously, magical powers are tied to gender. This is why the Sailor Stars are androgynous. So true.
I'm Mr. E.
Layton and this
Layton.
Inquisitor guy. That's
Wow! What?
fascinating. Is that the majority of all
Amazing.
ships in this game? Because that's fascinating.
What about, like, Layton generally?
Oh, Phoenix and the Inquisitor.
Phoenix and the Inquisitor guy. Yeah... I'm actually... Wait, not Phoenix and,
And Layton?
No, I was actually thinking of a different character. I can never remember his name. I asked for the name on another episode. The ex-cop. Well, we've reached the square, but I wonder where the alchemist's residence
What
is.
ex-cop?
Detective Gumshoe. That's it.
Who?
It's a Phoenix Wright character.
We're talking about this game, though. He's not in this game.
Okay, yeah, I was yeah, okay, this game only. That's what I was asking, was it for this game only, or, like, Phoenix broadly?
Yeah.
Because I would have assumed it would have been Gumshoe and Phoenix.
I mean, it does make sense, Phoenix and the Inquisitor in this one.
So, Edgeworth is obviously
Well, of course.
top tier.
Well, this is because he's, like I said, you know, he's off. He's got to find a new Edgeworth while he's in
Right.
Labyrinthia. He may not remember that Edgeworth exists.
He doesn't have enough edging in his life, so he has to find it elsewhere.
Exactly. Hey, Nick, look over there.
Huh?
There's a street leading away from the square. He hasn't actually been here for 5 years. That's a fake memory.
Hey, you're right. Let's go take a look.
So he hasn't been here for 5 years. This is presumably this is. Hey, I want to talk to this kid.
Wonder the guy from Ghost Trick. I don't know what that is. Yeah, sorry, Ree. It is definitely Edgeworth.
You.
Oh, right.
This is your depression kid.
Hey, I thought you two were working at the bakery. Are you goofing off? Well, not exactly.
Actually, we thought we'd give up baking and try our hands at something else.
Is that so? Sounds like a good idea. Your bread did taste a little unusual anyway.
What? You mean our bread wasn't delicious?
That's strange. I mean, we used so much butter and kneaded that dough so hard.
The idea that those are the things needed to make good bread. It's really funny.
Just my opinion, mind. I prefer my bread a little more fluffy and light.
Oh, really? So, just how fluffy and light are we talking here?
About one puzzle's worth. Fuck. Well, maybe
You
about
didn't even know that was coming!
maybe about as fluffy and light as in this puzzle.
If some
I can't even make jokes because that's just what the game is.
I know.
Wait, didn't we do this?
It's a different one! Worth 50, so I guess, you know. Oh, we had to do Luke
well, we
before.
already
Now
know
we're
how this
navigating
works
Maya.
now. Oh, right, because this was Luke before.
Yeah, it's Cloud's Maze 2. I do think that if someone told me they didn't like my bread and they thought it sucked, I think I would probably, like, start crying.
Do you make good bread?
I don't know. I don't think I've made bread. I think it was pretty good.
That's not what I asked.
Yeah,
I've made bread
Valen and I
versus
made
I've
bread
made good
once.
bread. Look, they also made bread.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a way. No, there's no way we can get there.
I think
Okay.
that's the only option.
May the yeast of your problems. So
Yeah.
true. Okay, there's nowhere else I can go.
I
but in
suspect
here.
it's not. Alright.
Now I have choices.
Do you want... Yeah, you want the bottom right, it looks like, on the top and the level above you.
Let's try this way. See what happens.
Boing, yoing, yoing, yoing.
Do you know how we're solving this puzzle? Brute force, baby.
Time to do some online learning. As in the AI term of online.
Boo. Are you calling me an AI?
Well, no, just brute force method of your
I
learning
can't believe you're
as you
calling me
go.
an AI right now, Claire.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
This is the most offensive thing anyone's ever called me, and I've been called slurs before. I would rather get called a slur on the street again than be called AI.
Damn. I mean, I did get called a robot in high school.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I did as well.
It's amazing when you're repressing your emotions, people feel like you don't express your emotions.
Well, not to mention there is the factor of the neurodivergence. I don't think I got...
That too.
I don't know if I got called a robot specifically. Oh, fuck off. Okay. Okay.
Is anyone watching Arcane?
I have not. I'm thinking about watching it, but I bet someone's watched it in the world.
One other person has watched it, at least.
It's very big on my TikTok right now. Keep seeing people talk about it.
And tick about it.
Yeah.
I hated season 1. I think season 2 is fixing it. That's my take.
This is a take I've heard fairly commonly. I think this is what we
Oh, okay.
we were talking about. Like,
Did we
last
talk
week
about this
well.
already? Oh.
Sorry.
Arcane got even better this week, and anyways. I'm also playing the Mario and Luigi game that came out.
How is that?
I'm only like a couple hours into it. I do think it feels very like a modern Nintendo game in that it has like a lot of tutorial. Like it really says everything explicitly. It does not. There's no like hinting. It's like a lot of hand holding.
Sure.
Which I will say I think I'm waiting for the battle mechanics to get like more like harder. Especially since I like had just recently played the like original for like I don't know, a month or something. Like, I'm getting all of the timing perfect, and I'm like, okay, these enemies are a little boring right now. Damn, okay. Wow, my nobody wants Gumshoe Phoenix.
Do you want Gumshoe Phoenix?
No.
Leave it to your friendly
Anyways,
neighborhood spirit medium.
my biggest gripe is that you don't control Luigi.
Not
anymore,
too
and
shabby,
think
if
that
I do
was
say
kind
so
of
myself.
You don't control Luigi,
thing.
like, in fights and stuff?
In the overworld. So, like, for overworld puzzles.
But that's like...
It does change what puzzles there are.
That's
We'll get-
interesting. You don't... you can't, like, take control of both of them separately.
You sort of, like, send... Like, there's an AI. Like, you press a button, Luigi goes and does something. I will say, I'll read this after. My one actual gripe is in the old games, for Luigi, you'd press B to select something because that was Luigi's button. Now, it's A to select something, but Luigi still has B. So when you select... You hit A to select attack. But then you have to hit B. So with Mario, it's like A, but with Luigi, it's like A, B instead of just B,
that sucks.
B. Yeah, I'm like, why did they do
That's
this?
an annoying thing that they did.
Yeah. Like, but then also you have to press B to jump. Anyways.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive work. I really didn't expect you to solve that.
Actually, I thought the same thing too.
Well, I knew I could do it.
So, what were you out-of-work bakers doing hanging around here anyway?
We're investigating an incident involving the alchemist.
You know anything about it?
Surely the Knights of the Inquisitions are the ones you should ask. They could tell you a lot more than I can.
You might be right about that.
Even so, it's a right shame that someone like him could get murdered. I often went to him myself to get medicine for my depression. He was always friendly and understanding.
Seems like Sir Belduke was a good man, at least from what we've heard so far.
I just hope they manage to solve this case soon.
Should we take a break now before we move, or should we move and then take a break?
Yeah, let's I think that's a good call. Now that he's dead, I've run out of antidepressants. Yes. This is the
So true.
Petter lore I've created.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I really wish anybody else knew what an antidepressant was, because everyone else just gives me a weird look. They're
Do you
like,
know how
"Why don't
hard it
you
is to
stop
find a new
pressing
family
in?"
doctor? There's a shortage. So true to life.
They'll
Sorry.
just ask me, "Are you trying to get present? Is that you don't want to? You don't want to?"
Anyways.
Alright, should we take a break?
Yeah.
Alright. Back
go
in
get
3
present.
minutes.
Alright.